I am so pro Puerto Rican. I am so. I'm gonna show you something real quick. I'm so freaking.
I like you got your notes. You got notes over there.
I got my show and tell package here.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's go.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud that everywhere I've played on the entire planet, I've taken these with me. Now, this was a gift given to me by my boy DJ Nonstop, who was the DJ for K7 and the Swing Kids, and then he was a DJ for DMX.
Okay.
He was DMX.
Wow.
I went to Chicago to DJ for the Rocksteady crew, and he gave me these as a gift.
Wow.
He gave me these as a gift right here, and I take them everywhere on the planet I rock. Everywhere on the planet that I rock, these babies play with me because I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of being Puerto Rican, and I show this to everybody. I don't have a problem with that, you know. So
let me ask you, my two closest Latino friends is EFN and Fat Joe.
Right.
And they didn't like when I started reggaeton.
I saw that in the documentary.
So, but we had our reasons. We had our reasons.
They had their reasons. But right, me personally, I discovered reggaeton in Puerto Rico. I went to Puerto Rico and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I thought it was, I called it Latin reggae. Mm-hmm. So then I went to Club Rumbas. Rumbas used to be Club Fever.
I remember that, yeah.
Club Fever. Legendary John Gungi Rivera. I don't know, you're a promoter. You probably don't even know. So I would go there. But let me ask you, because you're a part of the original hip hop, right? Like, were you offended when you first heard reggaeton, or was this something like?
No.
How did you feel? Like, no. I want to ask you.
I'm a lover of music. Okay. To be honest with you, at first I thought it was reggae because it had that vibe to it.
I felt it was Latinos trying to impersonate a patois in Spanish.
Right, El General.
General did it right, I felt. He did it right. But when I went to Puerto Rico early on too, and I heard it over there, and I was like, I don't know about this, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Because we were here trying to make sure we maintained our respect as Latinos in hip hop, lyricism and all this stuff. And then I'm hearing this and I'm like, I don't know how this is going to play over here. It sounds like Latinos trying to do this, you know, patois and faking it. But then hearing later on, though, after he did what he did, which revolutionized everything, and just moving forward now, the evolution of reggaeton has gotten, the genre has just, they've really gotten creative in it, and I have a total different respect for it. But back then, I wasn't respecting it.
So what was your first? I want to know your first.
Well, at first I thought it was reggaeton, right? That's what I mean. I'm sorry, reggae music, right? And it was cool, and I'm like, and being that I had already heard El General, it was like, okay, it's cool. It didn't strike me as anything new, but I started noticing that it started sounding a little bit more. It started creating a more cohesive sound of its own. Right? And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to notice it. It didn't bother me. I kind of enjoyed it at first. What really bothered me more about it was more like the styles, the way they were just like, yo, get out of the 80s, yo. It's like, bro, move up, you know?
They was using the same, what is it?
Well, the beats, yeah. To me, it always sounded like a jacked up Murder She Wrote.
It's the same beat.
Right, but remember, reggaeton when it came out also was much faster.
Right.
It was a much faster tempo, so it was very danceable and stuff. And I enjoyed it. I wasn't hating on it or anything, you know? And then, of course, later on, you know, reggaeton did like normal Puerto Ricans do when people criticize them. Fuck yo, we doing what we doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But when I saw what you did and when I saw the documentary, you were telling me what happened, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And I didn't know that you were I mean, I remember the record. I remember the song when you brought it, Boricua Morena, right? But when I saw the documentary, I didn't realize that was the song. That
was the game changer.
That was the one that
I put my own career on the line for my people.
You did, because yo, we could be critical of ourselves.
It crossed it over here.
Let me tell you something. I received so much slack from the black community. I'm being honest, and I'm black and Latino, so I'm gonna say it straight up. Black people were looking like, well, stay Puerto Rican, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've been Puerto Rican my whole life. Like, why I gotta stay Puerto Rican now? They're like, stick with rice and peas.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus, I like jerk chicken too. Motherfucker, I do chicharrón de pollo con hueso. You know what I mean? But,
so let me ask you a question, right? Okay, because
let's go.
Growing up, like I had said earlier, there were blacks, there were people that my black friends, right, who were Hispanic and they never told me. Did you ever feel that you needed, like...
No.
moments, and I'm not judging or anything, but did you ever feel like at some point, like sometimes you couldn't say, yeah, I'm Hispanic because you were afraid that if you expose yourself, they were going to look at you differently?
My father was the Puerto Rican with the tail, 15,000 tattoos, earrings. He wore Newports under his shit. He played handball all day. Like he was the super Puerto Rican.
Right.
Like he was, like if you looked up Puerto Rican, my father's there like this.
Right.
Or anything. Right. You know what I mean? So he installed to be the proudest Puerto Rican ever, and then my mother was like kind of like the opposite of, she was like Afrocentric. So it was just like, all right, cool. I couldn't choose.
Right.
Like I called myself, it's a wrong word now to say it, but I called myself Niggerican my whole life. I'm Niggerican. They're like, hey, what's your race? Niggerican. They're like, motherfuckers like, you're not supposed to say that.